Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you. We'll be taking a look at what message does spirit want to deliver to you. So whatever comes out in regards to what you need to hear, what you need to know right now. We'll be using the Mushroom Spirit Oracle for your picks. This will be a pick a card. It is timeless. So whenever you come across this video, the message was meant to find you. If you clicked on this video, then I do believe there could be a message here for you from Spirit. Now we'll pull the 3 cards together here for your picks. Please lean in on your intuition and come up with something you will see, feel, or hear during this reading that will confirm to you that indeed this message is meant for you. All right, so we have your 3 picks. If you are called to one of these cards already through the backside, feel free to select your pick. The timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. For those of you guys who are needing a little bit more guidance into your pick, we will flip these cards over. For pick number 1, your card is the Rishi card here with Spirit Medicine, number 1. For pick number 2, we have the Oyster with Regeneration, number 9. And for pick number 3, your option here is number 7 with Cordyceps Essence. All right, so I will leave the video running for a little bit longer. If you are called to more than one pile, it could just mean there's multiple messages here for you to date. It is a-okay to be drawn to all 3, and I will see you at your pick. Hello, beautiful pick number 1 with card number 1, the Rishi Spirit Medicine. Beautiful mushroom here, all about health, heart health, spiritual health, mind, body, spirit. I do feel like some of you guys might be pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion and stress. So health is coming through quite strong here. For this pile, let's take a look at your pre-shuffled oracle cards. I have not looked at them. We will reveal them together and then we'll pull some tarot as well. So we had mindful groupthink with number 40. Yes, you could certainly be overthinking things as well. Okay, look how busy this card is too. Very busy. We have a key, a flower, tree, clock, looks like a pocket watch, an umbrella, one of those like umbrellas you put in your drinks. Okay, let's take a look. We have the runaway secrets, running from problems. The cage, the door is open. Okay. Oh, we have stairs going up to a doorway. An open doorway, an open door. Okay. We have a nurse. I'm feeling something about health, you guys, coming through quite strong here. And it could just be your mental health. Are you holding something in here? We have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Okay. We have Shaman of Courage. Find your voice. Express yourself. Open up. Sing out. Courage. Find your voice. All right. Pink Bubble Fairy. Blissful, number 34. Or the number 7, which is the Chariot in the tarot. That's all about moving forward and using your willpower, your courage, your strength. Mind strength. to be able to move here blissfully. 7th house is also all about relationships and contracts and partners and sharing. All right, and then we have Urzulai with pay attention. Yes. Okay, let's pull the tarot. Spirit, clear and concise message here for pile number 1. What are they needing to hear right now? What is this message you are wanting them to hear? What do they need to know? Thank you so much, Spirit, for this message, clear and concise, for the highest and greatest good of pile number 1. I am so blessed and thankful. And thank you so much, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy at this time and the energy around you. All right, what's going on with pile 1? 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm called to just move those over so we have some more space here. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Family coming through strong here with family wound. We see family coming through. Judgment. Okay. What's the 10 of Pentacles here? The Hermit. Virgo energy. And we have the Knight of Wands. Upright or reverse. Spirit saying to leave them as they come out. I will do that. And we have the 2 of Swords. Pile 1. What's going on with you, pile 1? I feel like you guys are really closed off here, maybe in deep thought, or something has been going on here that's kind of stressing you out, but it's taking a physical toll on your body, and maybe it's been going on for quite some time. I feel like it could very well be some concerns within a family dynamic here, or stability for future, but I feel like if it's not in your immediate family, what's going on right here, it could certainly be like this card is suggesting here with your lineage here, your family lineage needing to heal some sort of traumas and wounds that maybe has been carried down through the generations here, that you are needing to move outside of. And I feel like you're needing to find your voice, stand up and speak some sort of truth here. So some of you guys might be having a really hard time sleeping. So I would say that the main message, 1, is to really take care of your physical health here, okay? Like if you need to get more rest, if you need to walk in nature, if you need to change your diet, change whatever you're intaking here. Something about you maybe intaking something here that isn't helping, so you're exhausted and you're stressed out. And I feel like you're worried about a situation here that has you kind of closed off, but it's manifested into something more physical here. So I feel like you're needing to address that first. And you could be sitting on something that you're not wanting to address. And maybe you're not wanting to address here because well, I don't know why you wouldn't want to address it. Maybe it would take some courage. Maybe it's easier to run away here from something. Or maybe what we're doing here is not addressing our physical health here in a way that we should. So we're maybe avoiding it. Maybe we're partaking in things here that we know we shouldn't. And instead of helping, it's hindering. And maybe to find the voice is to find the voice from within, to be honest to yourself. If this is something that is helping or hindering your stability and your long-term vision for yourself, are you moving towards this direction? A higher level of understanding here, and this is in a spiritual way, something we value, something. Maybe we're following also a tradition that has been passed down that we might not be in line with, or we're seeing some sort of value, tradition, ideology that's been handed down or believed to be true through family that is hindering us and causing us to stress out here. And we're not standing up and expressing ourselves, our true self, for what it is we want. So the Hermit is also a very spiritual card. So we have 3 major arcanas here. It's all about spirit and universe and a deeper understanding here, especially when it comes to our truth, what we're understanding here based on our experience, based on what feels right to our core, in order to build some sort of family structure, stability, or long-term legacy after we pass on. We leave whatever traditions, whatever sort of structure we've built here on earth gets passed down through generations here. And I am seeing a child, and pay attention. So a question's coming in from spirit. Are we passing down the right sort of values, the right sort of role model experience here down to our children? Even if we don't have a child, I just heard from spirit, we're supposed to take a look at our actions, and are they in line with what we believe to be a greater good here that we would want to leave for our children's children or family's children. It doesn't have to be our own children. Could be our nieces or nephews, our neighbors. Children in general here is coming through quite strong. There's a need to push yourself through ascension, and there is a door that's cracked open with the light. I feel like you know that there's something here that you're supposed to be striving forward to, but there's just lots going on, and it could be quite busy with mindful and groupthink. So you might be going along with the stresses of life here, but something feels off, and now we're feeling very heavy and burdened. So it'll take a lot of our courage to really button down and see what is aligned and what is not aligned. And I think this starts with our physical health here. Because if we're not able to sleep, it could certainly be we're intaking either information or ingesting food. If we're using substances, distractions, that is not allowing the natural flow of our body or physical health to be at its optimal functional self, then it's hindering us from moving forward to the next level. And I keep hearing that there could be people around you, children, people who might be observing or picking up this sort of an energy here, and maybe that's got you stressed out here. But I feel like with the running from problems, secrets, needing to express yourself, open up, and courage, there's something here that I feel instead of addressing, maybe you've been really kind of holding back with this, but it's kind of manifesting itself in a way here that is catching up to you physically. I think you already know and see the truth, but I feel like there's a need to act and speak the truth now. So maybe you've been putting it off for whatever reason and not taking that first step. Kind of maybe saying maybe for later, some sort of thing for later, but I think you're needing to do this sooner rather than later here, and take this as confirmation if you're here that Spirit is wanting you to take that first step. Okay, let's pull some more tarot and see if Spirit can give some further guidance here. For some of you guys as well, it could be the first step, finding a way to really, really relax you in a way that is different than maybe what you're used to. So if you're used to, let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to use it as an example, like drinking or eating something that might be unhealthy, or maybe you're used to watching, you know, maybe like, I was going to say mindfuck shows. I don't know what that means. I heard Spirit say things that leave you in a low vibe. So it could even be like really, you know, violent shows, news, I don't know, like whatever you're doing kind of to unwind, maybe finding an alternate way, like, I don't know, listening to music, walking through nature, something different, shifting to something different here that's actually not going to impact your physical health in the long term. So you might be addicted to, you know, what you're doing right now to unwind, feeling as though it may be helping. And I feel it does, but it's more in the interim, but then long term, I feel it catches up to you in some way. Yeah, so it's like a dual message here, the physical health, the need to really address this. And then there's something here that I feel you're not addressing, or knowing you need to do for the higher good here of your ascension, that you're going to have to take care of, and you haven't acted on it. You've been avoiding this, and it could very well be avoiding that physical change here you're needing for your health, taking that step. Okay, and some of you guys could be feeling like you're out of shape, or just not to your physical strength. So it's making you feel very weighed down. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, can we get some more here? Just anything I'm missing, anything that's going to provide more clarity for the viewer that they might not be understanding regarding this message that I might have missed. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this message. We are truly grateful. Judgment in reverse. Okay. So now it's in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse. There's the Lion talking about courage. The Knight of Pentacles in the spot of the reverse Knight of Wands from the first spread we did. And finally, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The fact that everything is in reverse except for the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like there is an area that's really blocked. And the area that's blocked is... I feel like you feel it's like almost impossible or very slow for you to move towards something here. And I feel like it's an area that is planting a seed for your future stability here. This is like the hard work card, you know, the Knight of Pentacles puts in through time and effort and energy here, some effort towards his goal. But everything kind of feels blocked here, and the message here is a little different than what we were seeing with the other cards, because Judgment in reverse is us not making ourselves kind of aware or accepting some sort of truth that we're having to see and acknowledge and address. So the fact we were seeing it in the upright, I think there was something that you know that was supposed to be done. And it's already clear and obvious to you, but I don't think you did it. So I would start with that. Although I feel it's very difficult for you to start with that because I'm getting that twofold message. But then the other thing here that I'm seeing is something you're needing to address here and find the courage to address. And it could very well be in regards to love, in regards to opening heart space, in regards to sharing here, because we have the Two of Cups, which is a partnership, two people coming together to express themselves in an emotional way, handing a cup of love, showing love, getting in touch with emotions, creativity, intuition. I feel it is blocked here, and I feel it's blocked because there's something you're not acknowledging. There's something you're not acknowledging here, although we have the Knight of Pentacles moving towards something. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is a dependency. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is we're not able to kind of stand on our own. We're not able to build some sort of independent, practical world around us that would be successful for us to stand in, because the Six of Wands in reverse is not being successful here, not winning. Can also be really concerned with how we may appear. Both of these in reverse is giving me lack of confidence. Lack of confidence in building some sort of structure here, some sort of stability, some sort of foundation where we're independently able to stand strong. Not available to succeed, not available to move forward here. Concerned with appearances possibly here, keeping us stuck. Yes, so let us pull final advice here then from Spirit. Because with that Judgment in reverse, I mean, there's something you're needing to see, maybe not wanting to accept here. But Spirit, can we get final words, advice here that will help pile one closer to what they're needing to do here? I mean, I think you know the first step here for sure. It's more of not procrastinating. But in regards to this second piece or anything else that pile one is needing to really hear, maybe you just need to know the first step ahead of you, really. Don't need to see so far into the future here. You just need to know that the door is open as you take the steps slowly. Because I feel right now your mind is really loud, and it's really confused and boggled with a bunch of things going on here. So you might have to take something here that's going to help you relax. You know, and I'm not for one that says take things, but maybe natural things here that you're able to do that can help you relax in some way. But Spirit, what is final words and advice for beautiful pile one here? Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, Justice, and the Seven of Swords. Wow, these are pretty insane cards. Mental prison, being kind of stuck here in our thoughts, not able to move, believing something to be true that might not necessarily be true, that limits us and restricts us, and it could very well be the Judgment in reverse. So we believe something else rather than what the truth may be, that could set us free towards what we want or need to do or have to do in order to ascend and be free. I feel like this is giving me a lot of stress. And look, we see the two circles, which is giving me this Two of Pentacles. And you could be very stressed out here mentally with something you have to say or do or get in touch with here. And we could be going back and forth. We're needing to choose, but we're finding it very hard to prioritize. Sometimes even managing our finances could be a trouble, or yeah, like we're finding it very difficult to stay on top of things, and it's like a struggle here to find balance it's a difficult thing to find balance, or difficult to make a choice or to prioritize. So we're feeling Five of Cups, which is, a very low vibe card here in the tarot, because we're experiencing sadness, depression, loss, remorse, regret, disappointment. And look, I see this is looking like a tower where you can ascend, and there's like a light up at the top, like a lighthouse here too. I was seeing this yesterday's reading, collective reading. I was doing something about a lighthouse, some lights that we're supposed to be guided towards here when we navigate through the storm of our emotions. But we're looking at what didn't work. We're looking at the 3 cups that are knocked over rather than the 2 cups that are still standing. And we saw the 2 of Cups in your reading here, which is that give and take, that balance, emotional give and take. But this person is kind of sad looking at what's not working here. I'm getting drinking as well. You might be coping mechanism, could be drinking here with these 3 cups knocked over. But we have 2 cups here, and a lighthouse, and ascension, and enlightenment. Justice, yes. And I think justice is brought here. Where you can find justice is through navigating. Look, the light up at the top of the stairs. Through navigating, through ascending, one step at a time. But I feel like you're stationary, you're stopped because of your mindset, or something you're unable to prioritize, or you're telling yourself you can't choose, or you're unable to prioritize something here, so you're stuck down here. And I feel like you want to get there. At least that's where justice and balance, the 2 of Cups, the scales of balance. This is the Libra card. This is our ability to find the balance that we need to get moving as well. So yeah, how do we get moving from there to there? Because I know justice is up here, but we need to find some sort of balance here. And it might start with the physical. It might start with the mental too. Like what's going on in your body, what's going on in your mind, what are you intaking? What are you surrounding yourself with here? Like I feel like there's a need to go into nature. Maybe you need to really relax with music, meditation, nature, natural medicine. And this could be a very deep sort of, with Judgment in reverse and this 8 of Swords, like this ancestral wound here, that something we're believing. We saw the Hierophant, which is a belief that maybe we've been told. Maybe that we're not good enough, or that we need to do something that maybe doesn't feel right for us, because that's what we've been told and that's what we've carried. So it's an untruth that someone's told us that we believe to be true, that limits us to move towards what we actually want. Because the Hierophant is all about values, traditions, and sometimes we can carry a value for a very long time, and it might just not be something that we care to carry anymore, because it no longer serves us, or it makes us feel restricted. It's keeping us stagnant. It's making us feel depressed. It's making us feel sad. So we turn to substances, or we turn to physical things that just make us feel even worse, and we lose our confidence. Overburdened here. This is a heavy feeling. This is getting very, very burdened. In reverse, it's like I'm really feeling like you can't continue down this path no more. But also, when you see the 10 of Wands, it's like help is now on its way. You're now in an energy here where something needs to change in order for there to be the weight lifted naturally here. Because I just feel like you've been in this state for quite some time here. Yeah, and I see the stars, which is all about healing, hope, wishes, desires here. Even these wands to me are looking like a bunch of falling stars, shooting stars. It's like maybe you've experienced the end of, maybe you always had a hope, a desire, a wish, and you've seen it kind of leave so many times here. Now you kind of feel almost like all hope is gone, but I feel like what Spirit's really saying here, okay, pile number 1, inside of you, with the 7 of Swords, inside of you is where that drive is going to come from, where that change is going to come from. You're the one that's going to take you out of this 10 of Swords, this burden, this heaviness, this sadness, this mental prison, this stuckness. And I really feel like it could really be as simple as 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day at a time, focusing on your physical health or what you're intaking. That's going to snowball and build to something here. It's starting from within. You could be deceiving yourself by staying in a situation that you have the key to. You have the key to getting yourself out. But I think you're in your mind about this. You're in your mind about this, and you're telling yourself an untruth or that you cannot. And maybe you're looking at the full set of stairs here as a task, but I don't think you need to do that. I think you need to just focus on 1 step at a time here and look at this light. Again, there is light there for you to walk towards. I feel like you know what you're walking towards or what you'd like to walk towards. And once you kind of acknowledge what that is, then I feel you don't need to constantly be focusing about all the things you need to do to get there. You just need to focus on 1 step. What you're doing right now in the present moment. Are you sabotaging yourself? What is your internal dialogue where you're telling yourself you can't? Are you focused on what didn't work? On what feels bad? Okay, so Spirit wants you to be aware of your speak, of your physical body, of your mental health here. Look, another key here. You have the key to open the door here, to set yourself free from this mindset. It's from within. It really is from within. And I feel like you might have to face courage here in acknowledging to yourself maybe something that is tough to hear. Maybe you don't want to hear it, but maybe just if you silence your mind and pay attention here, I feel like you're going to get the information. Look at this. This is highlighted here in her crown chakra here too with the justice. She has a light here, and the crown chakra is all about being open to Spirit to get the download, to get the information and the guidance. Spirit saying, hey, pile 1, go left, go right. Jump over this. Stop that. Go here. Are you listening to that voice? Or are you just burying yourself here? Because it feels like an endless task to unbury yourself. It's like you got to be your own nurse, your own caretaker here. I am getting for some of you guys to go see a doctor just to get your blood work, or just to make sure you are in good physical health here. Even if that's the only thing you do in 1 day, then that's the first thing. And then slowly but surely, I feel like whatever sort of habits we're doing here that might be easing us temporarily, we might have to shift 1 thing at a time here. Maybe not try to change the whole world, but 1 thing at a time, because there's so much, there's too much here to overtake, I feel, and you might get overwhelmed. This says 12:45. 12:45 or 12:44. I don't know. That might be significant for somebody here. December, the number 4. Okay, so beautiful pile 1. I think this is all I have for you guys. Please take care of yourself. I love you guys very, very much. I think you have so much more power from within you that you might not realize. And that's a beautiful answer. It's like, it's nothing external that you need to depend on or wait on or work with in order for you to free yourself. It's like it's all inside you. So the key, the answer, what's going to free you, what's going to make you feel better, what's going to set you towards what you want is all in your control. It's all in your control here. Okay, so what are we telling ourselves and what are we dwelling on here and engaging in that's making us feel even lower? So I do love you. Please take care of yourself. I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 2. You picked the oyster mushroom here, number 9. 9 is my favorite number. And the oyster mushroom, absolutely one of the most adored mushrooms here with regeneration. So this is very interesting. Coming through very strong is wisdom. I mean, the 9th house is all about wisdom and philosophy here. I feel like you've experienced a lot here, and I do feel like there's a wisdom to know now with what you know, what you need to release and let go of, but also what you can work with, because I feel like things are changing very fast here. There's a growth, and in order to have the proper growth, we're going to have to make space and get rid of what doesn't work and work with what is working within us instead of kind of starting from complete scratch. We now have the wisdom. We now can make proper decisions, but I do feel like it's moving very fast. There are successes kind of coming in. So let's take a look, pile number 2, at what Spirit wants to communicate here for you guys. We ask Spirit, what sort of message are you needing to hear, right now? What does Spirit want to communicate to you? I've pulled the tarot, so please, or tarot, the oracle, we will pull tarot. Please come up with something you're going to see, hear, or feel that can confirm to you, indeed, this is your message. All right, beautiful pile number 2. We have 32 with the jeweled web, connectivity, or the number 5. Connectivity. Well, mushrooms are all about connectivity, how we're all connected here. Jeweled web, okay. We have the spirant with ambition, diligence, and setbacks. Open hands, 2 keys, the sun, enlightenment. Keys are all about solutions, answers. They're crossed here and hands open, being able, ready to receive the answers, the solutions here. Making space. I feel like there's a need to make space and let go. I also feel like, yeah, these hands are kind of letting go of something and opening their hands for something else. So it's like release to receive. Oh, the mirror, all about reflection, looking back, but this could be we experienced something here. We need to look back here in order to use that wisdom. What we've learned here, what we personally learned here. Pencil, writing. Is this way? Yes. Or is it this way? No, it's this way. Sorry, guys. So, writing. 2 hands. Hands are significant. Something you're doing, I feel, too. Like you're actually physically having to do with your hands here. Creation. You guys are creating something here. Yes, definitely creating something. We have Sanat Kumra, light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Wow. Let's move that there. We have spirit of destruction. This is that having to let whatever is not working kind of release it, let it go, which might feel like destruction. This is giving me Tower. It's like whatever's not serving or working anymore, allow it to fall so you can work with what is there and you have space here. 5 is all about change as well. So there might be a lot going on here that is changing or is falling away that's no longer serving you. And it could be quite, like an upheaval could be quite scary here, or even feel like a setback. But I don't feel like it is a setback. I feel like this is happening in order for you to get closer to what you need here. Internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Light activation. Okay, enjoy music, instruments, sound, and tone. Beautiful. I like that. We were getting musical instruments in one as well. Beautiful, whimsical, enjoy music, sounds, and tone. Also using his hands, something creative. Music is definitely creative. We have everything will be okay with 46. Also number 10, which is about, you know, having to end cycles, having to put things to an end here, the destruction of things in order for there to be a new growth. Everything will be okay through letting things go. All right, we have Sarki with stability. This is giving me heavy King of Pentacles here. So for confirmation, some of you guys might be resonating with the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn here, or you could be a father figure. Very reliable, stable, dedicated, committed, solid, very secure here. Stability. And we have Anchorita with solitude. It's giving me 9 of Pentacles. And look, hand lantern here, guiding the light activation. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. You're having to navigate. You're having to hold the lantern here to guide yourself through. Okay, where do I want these? I think I'm going to put these here, and then we're going to pull some tarot to see if we can get some more information for beautiful pile number 2, Spirit. Thank you so much for this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. What are they needing to hear right now? What message are you wanting them to hear right here, right now, in regards to what they need to know? Thank you so much, Spirit, for this clear and concise message. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I will leave them as they come out. So it is in reverse. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. We have the Star, Aquarius energy. There's this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit. 4 of Swords in reverse. Why is this 7 of Cups in reverse? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And then finally, why is this Star here? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, beautiful people. I feel as though I feel bad because I feel like you've been probably trying to do everything within your power to make things happen here, okay? This could be anything from a creative thing you're building on. Maybe you're trying to put a music album together. Maybe you're trying to put a book together. Maybe you're trying to, or a piece of literature. Maybe you're trying to create something here. And what I feel is happening is that your environment has you feeling very stagnant, like you're unable to get going, and it's really frustrating. So I feel like you were in a state of stillness, and I think you've done a lot of reflecting. I think you've done a lot of taking a look at what's going on here, but you always felt kind of like held back, or I think you're getting really, really frustrated, okay? And I feel like there was really a need for things to come clear, for the veil to lift, for you to be able to move, for you to become certain. And I feel this is happening. I feel like there's big changes here happening, okay, very quickly. I feel like now with this regeneration, with everything that's kind of happened, why you were kind of stagnant or stopped here was what Spirit is saying, a period of time for you to get clear, for you to be absolutely certain that what you wanted to manifest was what you wanted. Because I think that maybe Spirit was really wanting you to be 100% certain that your inner guidance here was going to lead you down the path of what it is that you really desired, because I feel like it could have went any which way here. So there's a need to get very certain that what you want to do, where you want to go, where you want to commit yourself to, is really your desire here. But I feel as though you feel a little bit like helpless in a way, because I feel like, and I think you're right, like what it is that you're trying to do here is going to involve getting collaboration or cooperation from other people, or buy-in from other people, or it's going to take more than just you believing in yourself. And I feel like you might have been really held back here because of not knowing how to go about it. How do you have the ability here? Like, I feel like there was something here as well that maybe you felt you lacked in order to pull something off. So it made you feel more uncertain or unclear, because it's like, if I don't have this sort of, I was almost going to say tool, or it doesn't even have to be that, or talent or trait, or this sort of resource available to me, or the buy-in from this person, or the space, or the building, or the whatever it is here, then how could I pull this off? It's like you needed some external thing to kind of click here, because you're kind of at the mercy of that. So it made you uncertain as well. Like, is this something I'm supposed to be following? You know, like it's going to take an external energy here as well to allow things to move. So things haven't really moved. And I think you got really, really frustrated here. Did feel like a setback. So Spirit is saying, whatever is not working, let it fall away. No need to hang on to it, chase it, feel like it's the only way or the only thing here that's going to allow it to work. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is, take what is okay, what is still feeling right, what is still salvageable in regards to your wisdom, your understanding, what you've learned in that experience. And this will be the foundation here. And do it alone with this solitude. Okay, you're going to be doing it alone, because I feel like right now you have the wisdom, the stability. I think you have the know-how here, and trust that things will be okay, and that whatever resources you need will be coming to you. So your internal guidance is going to be speaking to you as far as what you need to know, what steps you need to take. And I feel like all these steps and everything you do is getting you closer and closer to building whatever this is here. And with the jeweled web, I feel like this is a jewel. I feel like whatever you're going to build is going to be this beautiful overall big picture of what it is you want. And I think you really need to lean in on your ambition, lean in on your hope, your desire, your long-term vision of what you see here. But I would remove any sort of dependency you might be thinking you need on an external person or thing here, okay? Now, because for some of you guys, you might be thinking, I lack something inside of me, but you don't. You don't lack anything inside of you. You have the skill, you have the talent, you have the ability to write, to draw, to do lyrical or music or whatever here that you're doing. And some of you guys fashion, beauty. I think you need to really lean in on your inner voice here to guide you here, and trust that everything will be okay and things will get clear, because I feel like things aren't really clear, because I feel like you're dealing with the destruction or things dissolving here that weren't working in order to make room for the new. So you might feel like, what are you losing here? But I don't think you're losing anything that is salvageable, that is what you need in order to move forward past the setback. So you could have had a partner that bailed out on you. You could have had maybe a building here that you were leasing that is no longer available, or something about a location, or some sort of practical thing that was required. Maybe the tools, like I said, I don't know, maybe they became unavailable, but it's okay, because this is making space for something very new to come in, and it's meant to be. So Spirit, can we get some more? What am I missing here in regards to this beautiful message for pile 2? What are they needing to hear or to know about this message? Look, King of Wands, confidence, moving forward. This is an entrepreneur. This is somebody who is going to act and is very confident in getting an outcome. 7 of Cups now in the uprights, opportunity, lots of choices, and I feel like you know exactly what it is that you want here. This guy's pointing. King of Swords, not getting stuck in your own head here. Yeah, I feel like the transformation has already happened through a lot of reflection and thought, but now Spirit is really saying to release any sort of mental thoughts, blocks here, and kind of lean in on more your creative. This is fantasy, creative options, choosing right, and being kind of more in an energy, confident energy here, and pursuing your sort of dream. Yeah, pursue your dream. And it might feel, maybe you are more of a logical person, so you might think like, yeah, like I don't want to have my head in the clouds and be this, you know, leaning in on my dreams and my fantasy, my wishes, but that's exactly what Spirit is saying, is trust in your ability to lean in on your creative fantasies and pursuits here. Now is not the time to be in your head. Now is not the time to think about what's going to logically make sense, because I feel this is coming in as you make space here. Look, Page of Swords, someone who is very curious, somebody who asks a lot of questions. And I feel like with the Page of Swords, this is someone novice, okay? So I feel like you've experienced some sort of transformation here. And I feel like what you might have felt like you knew to be true could very well have been something that was logically making sense. But I feel like Spirit is saying, forget everything that you did know in a way that was restricting you, and be curious like this Page of Swords. You know, come from a curious mindset here and a creative mindset here in order for you to really lean in on your King of Wands energy, which is this confidence, being curious, asking questions. Knight of Wands, more fire energy, very quick energy, pursuing our inspiration, moving forward. Act now, think later type energy with this Knight of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. This is being able to stand on our own successfully, independent, secure, stable. We were getting that with this. So I feel like in a practical way here, you have what it takes to get this off the ground and to lean in on your confidence. Just start moving forward, no matter how insane I feel, or maybe you feel like it's pie in the sky, but I feel as though there is a need to have this innocent viewpoint, to start really leaning in on, you know, asking those types of questions like, what if, you know, what if everything that I believe to be logically true isn't, and there's a new truth out there, there's a new way to see things, there's a new way to move forward here, you know. And I do feel like this is something that is going to bring you a level of wealth or stability or success for yourself, personal success here, a personal independence, a personal stability here as you navigate through. Look at this fountain overflowing. Let's pull some final guidance here from Spirit. What does Spirit want to communicate to you guys? Beautiful pile number 2. Spirit, thank you so much for this message. Any final words, guidance, anything that needs to be clarified here that I might be missing for pile number 2 that they need to know? For the viewer, anything that is unclear that they're still needing to hear? Final words, Spirit, thank you so much. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. 8 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness, look at all these cups, you guys. Creativity. 3 of Swords in reverse. And finally, why is this 8 of Cups here, Spirit? King of Pentacles right here. So we were seeing that Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, one card kind of fell on my lap here. It was the Death card, and it is in reverse. Scorpio energy. Okay, so I think Spirit really wanted me to hit home this message, which I was kind of feeling at the beginning when I read, like, you're really frustrated. I feel like you guys were ready to give up. Yeah. So this might be a pep talk from Spirit. I feel like you're ready to give up. Okay, like everything that was supposed to go in one way, it didn't. And you might have been lied to or deceived, or just things weren't working out. And you might have been feeling like giving up, I feel here, on your pursuit, on your creative passion, what you intuitively know is calling you. I feel like it speaks to your heart space here, but I feel like there was great sadness here in having to let go of the idea of this. But what Spirit is saying is there's no need to let go of the main idea. Spirit is saying let go of what doesn't work in this situation. And whatever is not working in this situation, as you let it go, you're making space for what will be working. So you have to allow whatever is trying to remove itself or fall apart here to walk away, or you might have to walk away from leaving whatever that is. But you're taking with you what is working. You're still taking with you the big vision here. Okay, but I feel like there might be fears in leaving or releasing, because you might think then the whole vision is over. So I think this came with, I was going to say separation anxiety, but almost like, yeah, like you're being pulled apart from something that you love. Intuitively know that it is kind of calling to you here. So I feel like there is a need. Death in reverse. This is like whatever doesn't work, it needs to be cleared away. We need to allow it to leave, or leave ourselves, like remove ourselves here. Let whatever doesn't work fall away. We can no longer self-sabotage in a way of throwing everything out because one thing may have not have worked here. And then we have to allow ourselves to understand that we are in a position of power. We are stable. We don't need to, like the King of Pentacles doesn't need to really go chasing. The King of Pentacles doesn't chase, okay? So the King of Pentacles is in a secure position. And I feel like what the King of Wands was indicating was the confidence in your position, you know, like the King of Wands is able to make things happen here and has the wisdom and the insight to be successful in creative pursuits and business and making things happen. But I feel like deep down, you're this King of Pentacles, you know, you're someone who is stable, solid, in a very secure position. So the King of Wands is just telling you, like, be confident in your ability here. There's no need to chase. There's no need to force things to work here. Just allow yourself to be open to receiving once you let go of what doesn't work, and things will fall into place here. And I do feel like maybe you feel like more anxiety than there would be. Like I feel like you feel if you were to let something go here, like everything would kind of come falling apart, but I don't think so. I feel like there is, once you let it go, once you learn to work with what is working, I feel like the anxiety of this is more you kind of projecting it would be worse than it actually is. I feel like this would allow you to get moving quicker. This will bring you closer to your pursuits here. So yeah, I think now also isn't a time to keep secrets. I think now is the time to get everything out on the table. Whatever's with you is with you. Whatever's not with you is not with you. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so that means if it doesn't work, see you later. Only invest in what is working. And if whatever energies here want to collaborate or come back from maybe being problematic, allow them to apologize. And if they don't, because this could be an apology here, or a refusal for an apology here and needing to apologize. Okay, so if we're waiting for someone to come clean or to step forward or whatever, this is like walking away from, you know, maybe waiting for someone to come forward here and return something of ours that maybe literally got stolen from us. There's no need to wait. Whatever wants to come forward will come forward. If that is over and tired energy, let it go in order for you to make way for the new here. And it might have been a painful lesson here, but I feel so you're really secure in a position to move forward here. Okay, so listen to your internal guidance. It is coming through loud and clear. I feel like you can hear it already, but maybe you're kind of maybe trying to, I don't know, like have your outcome though a certain way, or the journey unfold in a certain way. And I think like this is nothing but a setback here. The journey's still on. I think you're still continuing onwards here to make something happen, and it is very creative. Okay, so I love you guys very much. Please take care. I hope this resonated for you. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 3. Number 7 is the card you picked here with cordyceps, essence. Beautiful. Of course, this would be for pick number 3. I do feel this energy here of somebody really needing to focus on themselves. Get very balanced, and I've been feeling this for some of my pick-a cards here. This is somebody who is learning how to give to themselves, and I do feel as though you could have been investing here in a situation of giving of yourself, maybe being taken advantage of or just taken for granted here. So the energy reserves might be quite low, and you're needing to really focus on how you can give to yourself, what you can do here, what you can actually lean in on that's going to pay it for you, because you could have been focused energetically on something that wasn't working. Somebody could have been vampiring on your energy here for quite some time. So there's a need to build up that strength, that confidence, that energy here, your essence, and really balance yourself here, because you could have been very heavy in your feminine energy. Okay, giving, caring, compassionate, which nothing wrong with that. But if it is in an environment that's not taking care of that, then we could run dry. We could be completely exhausted here. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm getting from this card. Now, beautiful pile number 3, we ask Spirit to communicate what you need to hear right here, right now. What does Spirit want you to know? What do you need to know? And please use your intuition to hear, feel, or see something that is going to confirm to you that this is indeed your pile. All right, and we will pull some tarot as well. I have not looked at these oracles. Let us see what your message is. Pile number 3. We have Sky Dancers with Surrender, 48. Or the number 12, Hangman. 7 is Chariot. So we could still kind of be wrapped up in a situation that we're needing to find the inner strength to move on from. Maybe we know we need to move on from something. We might need to surrender to something here. Okay, but we might be in a state of having to see things differently. So it could be in the midst of a transformation here with the butterflies. We might need to be set free from a situation here. Set ourselves free is what I heard. The Founder, Foundations, Community. 2 rats. One has a sword and one has a hammer. Okay. And then you have Thistle. That is the provincial flower here for my province. So interesting. And then we have the buildings here, the community, and then the sun. And here's clouds, and clouds are all about confusion, needing to get clear. Hangman. How to move forward, how to work ahead. Okay, we have the Warrior, perfectionism, burnout. Yes, exactly. Are we burnt out? Have we been investing? Look at all the tools. Okay, hammer, sword. Now look at all these tools. I feel like you've been forging your way, like just forging your way like this warrior here, but I feel like you're burnt out. I feel like you are burnt out because maybe you've been working in an environment, in a community of people, person, situation here. You've been trying to build a foundation through confusion here, putting in your energy, your effort. It might have been taken advantage of. There's something you're needing to surrender. Beautiful pile number 3. Look at more. I don't know if I can show this on YouTube, probably, but more tools here. And look, this person is chopping off their own hand. I would assume that's their own hand. Maybe it's not, but I feel as though that's their own hand. So I feel like what this is, and this might be difficult, is like you're kind of doing it to yourself, or you've done it to yourself. So it could be, if we know of a situation that we might be overgiving or taken advantage of, it's up to us to remove ourselves, to work with people who are appreciative, people who are receptive, people who do give back. Okay, but I feel like this person's cut off their own hand. So maybe we pushed ourselves to the point of exhaustion and we really forged our way. Like, look at all our tools. And I feel like what's coming through is, no matter how beautiful, compassionate, able, talented, brilliant, intelligent, whatever ability you have here, if you're in an environment that is not at the stage of where you're at and recognizing this, it does not matter how much you try to make it work, okay, or try to make it fit. This energy is just either never going to see it, or the timing here, and I feel something about timing. So I'm getting Wheel of Fortune here. Something about timing isn't right. So you can't stay there investing blood, sweat, and tears and effort, because I feel like after you chop off your hand, what then? You chop off your arm, and then you chop off, like, I feel like you're losing bits of yourself here, okay? I don't know if I can show this on the YouTube here, because the YouTube overlords like to come down with their hammer. All right, so the axe, coming down with the axe. This can also be BBB. This can also mean an abrupt chopping off, okay? Like an abrupt ending, cutting something off. I feel like that's surrendering. That's like stopping some sort of behavior. That's like putting an end to a connection, a relationship, a situation, a community, people, circumstances that aren't allowing us to grow as an individual. If we feel like bits of ourselves is being drained, bits of ourselves is being removed, then that's not the right situation or circumstance we want to invest in. So it needs to be chopped off, okay? So we have here, looks like a father and a child holding hands, walking down the street. Inner child. So we could be certainly acting out of our inner child here, right? Maybe we feel like there's a need for us to be the way we're being here because it's speaking to a part of our inner child. So ask yourself, in your situation here, is there a part of this that brings you closer to a feeling you had as a child? You know, are you dealing with people here that make you feel like you might have felt when you were a child? Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad or good, just we could be sticking to situations that resonate with us from when we were younger. So I feel like there's a need to nurture our inner child. There's a need to walk with our inner child and not be judgmental, but guide our inner child out of whatever situations and into safety. Because this type of environment isn't safe for our inner child. An environment here where we're exhausted, where we're needing to surrender, where we want to build something here like an empire, but there's confusion, there's rats, there's annoyances. There's things keeping us all intertwined here, not allowing us to move. I feel like there's parasites here, okay? Yeah. So you might be involved with someone who doesn't want you to move away from them, keeping you kind of stuck in some sort of situation. You're needing to grab your inner child, yourself, and, you know, be that sort of adult to guide yourself out of a situation safely, protect yourself from being completely chopped up into bits here, obviously figuratively here, okay? Because I feel there's a burnout here, and maybe you've already experienced this. So I have a feeling for some of you guys, you've been experiencing this. Soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing with Radha. So interesting. The rediscover a lost part of yourself, we have this inner child here that might be screaming out, which is why we're acting in a certain way here. Experience relationship harmony and healing. So we could have experienced a relationship here that wasn't bringing harmony. So the lesson here is, how do we bring harmony and healing through relationship? And we're figuring it out. And now we know what maybe doesn't work. Okay, what does not work for us, or what drained us, or what resulted in something here that we can't get back. Okay, and now we take this lesson, and now we need to go find harmony and healing and happiness through experiencing different types of relationships. So we might be very closed off from an experience here. Yeah, so let's see. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. That's kind of what I was alluding to here. It's like maybe we feel like, hey, we chopped off a bit of ourselves here. Again, figuratively, right? Maybe we feel like we can never get this back. So we're cut out. And maybe we're saying, I will never open my heart, or I will never express my heart space again, because this is the heart, but it's blue, and blue's throat chakra, which is all about expression, communication, being honest with our truth. But because this is the heart, it's like communicating our heart space, communicating how we feel. Okay, and humanity and benevolence, this is a greatness, this is compassion. We need more of this in the world here. Faith, that if we are to communicate our truth, that it would be reciprocated back. Faith, that if we were to show love and benevolence and caring and human compassion, that it would come back. And if we experience something that didn't result in that, it could throw us for a tailspin. It could make us shut our heart. It could make us freak out here. So stay calm, trust the good in yourself and in others, see the light in the world. So it might be difficult to see the light in the world when we've experienced darkness, when we've experienced a parasite, when we've experienced a situation. Now, this isn't to say that there's, well, there is evil definitely in the world, but whatever people, situations are evil, but it could just be, like I said, situations here that are confusing, where people are having their own inner child needing to be dealt with. And so they want to bring us to the level. They want to hold us back. They want to hold your energy back in the confusion. Okay. They may be holding the truth from you here. And it could just completely be about them and nothing to do with you. But you do have the ability to surrender, to allow yourself to release, to abruptly close out whatever's not working, whatever's draining. And look, green and blue, throat chakra, heart chakra, and this is the root chakra here in the red. So, yes, thank you, Spirit. Root chakra, all about taking action here in a way. The true need here is to still be in tune with the heart and the throat chakra, not to say, well, now that I've experienced that, now I'm never going to communicate my truth or allow myself to open up. It's like, how are you going to now protect yourself, to take yourself to a place where you can build this safely for yourself? You're building this with the root chakra here, in order to provide a safe space for it to be safe, for your adult self to be safe here. Okay, so there's a need to know what circumstances are deserving and which circumstances are not deserving. Okay, Hunter of Dreams. I feel like there is a lot of intuition going on here, and you could very well be having dreams of guidance here if you guys do dream, and your dreams might have been screaming loud to you about what you're needing to do, and maybe you've been ignoring or suppressing dreams. I am getting for some of you guys, if you are not dreaming, it could be if you're engaging in substances here that might not allow you to remember your dreams. Okay, so mugwort, I'm hearing. I'm not sure, I haven't taken mugwort, but if you add some mugwort to whatever, let's just say you're indulge in any sort of substances to help you relax at night, mugwort will allow you to be a little more receptive to your dreams here, to remember your dreams, because I feel like there's something in your dream that is guiding you, that is allowing you to see sort of a bigger picture here that might make things easier. Laugh and have fun, smile, positive energy, joyfulness. Yeah, it's like you've been surrounded by this dense energy, that there's a community here that I feel you want to build, that is ready and receptive to you, where you can have fun, where you can enjoy positive energy. But I feel like Maybe this is the message, is like, now's the time. Maybe you've been recuperating from such situation and you've been very closed off. So now Spirit is encouraging you and asking you to allow yourself to open up, to allow yourself to be receptive to the right type of people here, your soul tribe people, because I feel like whatever you've experienced here, you now know, you now have the wisdom here to recognize, you know, and you might be very shut out from people just because of your experience. Spirit's to guide you, yes, through your dreams for sure. Like, I feel like you're really being guided here towards, you know, your next sort of adventure with this door. It's like, what's behind the door is your next phase. So you're definitely in the transition period here, and maybe you've just recently cut out a situation here that, you know, despite you having to maybe chop off your hand, because what I feel like, in order to put an end to something, there had to be a sacrifice of sorts, and maybe you had to leave a piece of yourself that was difficult to surrender to in order to move forward. You had to let go of something here, and it could be in a practical way. Maybe you had to leave, you know, your hometown. Maybe you had to leave your home. Maybe you had to leave your work. Maybe you had to, I don't know, like, accept some sort of truth here that was difficult to do in a situation in order to move forward. And because this is collective reading, you could still be amidst this. So there might be a need to accept that if you are to leave a piece of yourself here, that there is hope to move forward towards positive energy here. Omo, Olerin with sing. So every pile had some music in it. A music could be significant. And I love that my collective here and my viewers, my subscribers are all into music, because music is so therapeutic here. So there's a need to become one, I feel, with even just the energy around you, the vibration around you, the joy around you. And if it is playing music, because maybe there's, you know, not the right people around, I think that will raise your vibration to bring in the right people. Something about raising the vibration here. So if you're in an environment where you're recuperating from a loss, you might be solo, and Spirit's wanting you to surround yourself with high vibe. So you might have to pull yourself out of a situation where you are by yourself, and pull yourself into, maybe you don't want to go out and be around people, but what you do need is to laugh and have fun, be around music, be around joy, be around people who will allow you to laugh, who will allow you to experience this, because this will raise your vibration. And I feel like spirits are guiding you towards this, okay? Because I feel like you've been a long time around vampire-ish energies, parasites, people here who weren't appreciative, who might have taken you for granted, where you've experienced hurts and pains. So I don't normally read all the cards as they come out this way, but what we're going to ask here is Spirit to give us a clear and concise message. I do want to move this over here so we have room. Let me just make sure I have space here. Okay, perfect. So we're asking Spirit for a clear and concise message here for pile number 3. What do they need to hear right here, right now, in regards to what you want to communicate? What message do they need to be aware of? Thank you so much, Spirit. Clear and concise for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. What are they needing to hear? What do they need to know? Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed, so grateful. We have the 9 of Wands. Let's pull them all out before we Hermit in reverse. Yes. So that's coming through at the end there. The Page of Wands in reverse. Ooh, cards falling. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And one more. One more. 4 of Wands. Yes. Okay. This message is very, very clear. So we could have experienced something where we were very defensive here. Spiritual warrior having to, again, warrior, the spiritual warrior, right? We were in battle and we were so drained and we couldn't know more. We had to surrender. We had to no longer be trying to fight for something here that just wasn't working here. It was draining. We put in a lot of time, a lot of energy and effort. This is both about surrendering. This is both about giving up. Okay, not putting any more energy and effort here. And I feel like it left us in a tailspin here. And we might have been very secluded. We might have been isolated. We might have been very depressed. We had to reflect. We were alone. We wanted to be alone. But this is now coming to the point where we can no longer be in a state of hermit anymore. And you might feel like you don't want to put in any more energy and effort and time and dedication. Okay, this is both about even most likely being overqualified here, or investing in a situation that wasn't paying forward, knowing when to quit, knowing to release something here and not put our energy and our effort towards something here. Okay, but we might also feel as though we don't want to anymore. But what Spirit is saying, because yeah, Page of Wands in reverse, it's like we're not, now we're shut out to potential opportunity that we still want. Because I feel like there's something here that you might have wanted, it just wasn't working here. And I feel like it's still available for you. But your zest, your spark, your desire to move towards it has been thwarted because of your experience. So keep the heart open, keep the passion alive, keep your spark of inspiration here, keep the innocence, you know, and follow that pursuit. I feel like now's the time to come out of hiding or hibernating or whatever energy. And even if you don't necessarily feel like it, I think just allowing yourself to put that music on, where were we seeing it? Yeah, it might raise your vibration slowly but surely, and then maybe going out with one friend, and then maybe going out, you know, with a couple of friends. But I feel like there's something about community coming through very strong here. We have 3 cards here that are all community. Here's a group of friends, positive energy, joyfulness. This is community coming together, rite of passage, celebrations, community, foundations. Okay, so I feel like you're building this community. And I feel like this is partially what you would wanted anyway. Okay, like you want a soul tribe, you want your community here. And I feel like you've potentially given up because in an experience here that has left you in a state of, yeah, just really depleted and burnout. Spirits are guiding you right now towards this, because I feel like you might have been in hiding for some time, or defensive, really blocked off because of an experience. I mean, obviously, if this has happened to us where we had to chop our own, you know, leave something behind or chop something out or surrender to something, we might have been in shock. We might have had to grieve. So what further is pile number 3 needing to hear about this, Spirit? Anything I've missed? Clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 3. Oh, my email's going off here. So, Devil in reverse. Okay, Capricorn energy. 4 of Cups. Knight of Swords. Why is this Devil in reverse, Spirit? Judgment. Why is this 4 of Cups here? The 4 of Wands coming out in reverse. And finally, this Knight of Swords clarified by the 2 of Cups. Yes, okay. Similar. What do we have? Well, there was a situation here that was holding us back. These are the parasites. These are the rats. These are people who weren't telling us truths. These are people who kept things confusing. These are people who didn't want us to move on, move forward, didn't want to see us ascend, didn't want to release us, but also weren't able to be truthful here. And they were holding us back here. And I feel like you're in the process of, or have released yourself from this, okay? Toxic people, toxic situations. This could be addictions, obsessions, something that's difficult to break away from that we know is not healthy for us, maybe not healthy for our mental well-being. Circumstances and people. I feel like there's been an awareness, an awakening. You've seen the light. You now see these people for what they are, okay? And the devil doesn't come in all aggressively. The devil is sneaky. The devil comes in bits and pieces slowly into your life, and then eventually drains your life force here, okay? Takes advantage, is dependent, and before you know it, you're kind of stuck in some devil energy. So I feel like through time, this has taken a toll on you, has held you back, and you're seeing people for who they are and what they are. And I feel like this left you in a state of needing to recover, but I feel like there was something here, you know, that you wanted to believe to be true here. So there was a need for you to detach yourself here from this situation, but to show yourself love here, to get in tune with your inner child here, to protect yourself, to fill your own cup. And I feel like, you know, you could still be in a situation of dwelling on what didn't work or what you lost here. And this is the boredom card, somebody who might have to, like somebody who's, you know, broken up with somebody and now is no longer interested in dating or connecting or even giving themselves the energy that they need here. So Spirit's saying, if you're in this mode, this hermit mode of isolation, it's time to fill your cup up. It's time for you to sit up from whatever you've experienced here. And some of you guys could have experienced a third party situation here, or where you were third wheel, or you weren't given the time of day. Okay, you weren't put on the back burner, you weren't prioritized here. It might have been an addiction even here. So now we're looking at filling our own cup. And I feel like we're having to come to terms with the fact that something did not work out, that these people weren't our soul family, or that these people weren't able to come together and celebrate with us. They were holding us back. It's like a disappointment. It's like the wedding's called off now, or that is no longer a thing. A future that we thought could be stable is no longer being built. So we're coming to terms with this, okay? And I feel like what Spirit is saying is be very clear here in understanding that no matter how it feels, because it might not feel good, that in order to get closer to the truth, we might have to be very cutthroat here in how we communicate. This is quick moving action. This is also making a quick exit, which I felt like if you need to chop someone off here, and obviously figuratively, not literally, then that's what needs to happen, because that's when the transformation happens, when you put an ending to something, when you move away towards something that is working for you, that you know is better, that's more aligned with truth, because the Knight of Swords is going to be fighting for a cause here, and I think the cause is your life. I think the cause is your own happiness, your Two of Cups. Okay, this is bringing emotional balance here between two people, between a community of people. Okay, this is like sharing, giving. This is this type of an energy. If you were in this type of an energy and you weren't receiving that, then I feel like there's a need to move towards this, okay? Not to stay in this state, seeing what didn't work, what we had to leave behind, what we're sad about, why the devil was the devil. It's like release it, because any energy you're still engaging here, whether you're around it or not, any energy you're feeding into the situation, watching pick a cards, doing whatever you're doing here, you're feeding this devil energy, okay? Become aware. Where's your energy being fed? Release it, cut it off, move forward towards places that are balanced, people that are balanced, situations that are balanced. It's going to take courage here, I feel, but it is aligned with your truth, and it is going to help you to transform into a situation here that I feel is way more aligned to your soul tribe, your happiness here. It's positive, it's joyful, it doesn't feel threatening, it feels harmonious, it feels healthy, it's not draining. Okay, so there's a need to surrender this. Now, final message from Spirit. Look at final message from Spirit here for pile number 3. What are the final words? What's going to help pile number 3? What is the final guidance? Anything I've missed for the viewer who might not be understanding something? Temperance, Page of Wands. What else, Spirit? 5 of Cups in reverse. Why is Temperance here? Death. Why is the Page of Wands here? 8 of Wands. And then finally, why is this 5 of Cups in reverse? 3 of Wands in reverse. Spirit's message again here, healing, bringing balance to yourself, because the only person you're really able to control here is yourself, okay? So if things are imbalanced, if there is situations that feel unhealthy, out of whack, we got to take what we can from ourselves and engage and transmute whatever this energy is into something that is more balanced, is more healthy. This is all about healing, healthy. So that involves releasing, that involves clearing the old that is no longer working, death. This is on a spiritual level here. This is our understanding of what doesn't work, what we need to say goodbye to, because there is a change, there's a transformation. Okay, 2 major arcanas. This is happening for a reason here. This is allowing for your healing, your ascension. So Spirit wants you now, okay? Because I feel like you've done healing. I feel like whatever is old is kind of done with. And if you're in the midst of this, then know that there's a point where you're going to have to act here, okay? And the action you need to take is to follow your inspiration here, but to bring whatever experience you had here in a way to transmute it towards something positive. Because we could sit looking at what broke us, our sadness, what's not working, what's spilt, what was wasting our time, when we could be enjoying the Two of Cups we're seeing again behind this guy, right? So do we want to sit here and focus on what's not working, or do we want to focus on the Two of Cups? So Spirit's saying, come out of this state as quickly as you can, transmute whatever pains into positivity here, so you can have a breakthrough here. These are both about communication. So if you need to communicate here with your soul tribe, with people who understand, the more you are open in regards to communicating what inspires you, what moves you, I feel like you're able to get out of a funk. You know, you're able to recognize what's not working here. And I do feel like this can impact how quickly you move towards what you're supposed to be moving towards. Three of Wands is getting on that ship. It's our future. Okay, we could be waiting around for something here, or we could get on that ship and move towards our future. With this in reverse, it's like we're stalling our future. We're putting a delay here on something that we could already be getting on that ship and moving towards our future here, acting like this Page of Wands. Look, this guy is holding the wand. Okay, you have to take the wand and act and move. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but if you want to get on your ship towards what's going to work, towards this Two of Cups, or you could sit and wait and keep staring at the Three of Cups, what didn't work. You know, where you were in a third party, or where you were in a double energy, or what, you know, was spilt milk here. It's not working. Or you could come out of this state quicker by taking that wand, by communicating, by having a breakthrough, by moving. This is movement. This is quick energy. Okay, moving. And the fact that there's 8 wands here, it's like different things kind of in a row here. So we might have to take action on different aspects. But taking action is key. One thing at a time here, and there might be multiple things that we have to do in order to get our ducks in a row to get on that ship, but we need to take action. We can't just be looking at what didn't work, what failed, the energy we put in, and then whatever we left behind, okay? Because we could be stagnant here, waiting forever. So these are both travel cards as well. We might need to travel. We might need to go a distance here, okay? So, and this is all about news about travel. So you might have to up and travel somewhere if your environment isn't allowing this to happen. Your community of people might not be helping you, okay? So listen to dreams, surrender what you need to, allow yourself to stay compassionate, surround yourself with high vibe people. You are highly protected and being guided through dreams, through spirits, through intuition. So please be receptive and try not to dwell in energies that are low vibe, because these people want to keep you at their level and they're parasites here, okay? So I love you guys very much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.